Hey, how are we doing, guys? It's Tom here again, and just got a quick tutorial. I think it is. I don't think it needs that long to go through this, but actually, I've noticed it on a lot of client stores and a lot of Shopify stores. That's actually not um, basically collection product pages and like FAQ pages aren't set up properly, so that like search engines, even AI engines at the moment aren't able to read your product pages properly, your normal pages properly, your collection pages properly. And it's down to a simple thing called this schema text. So yeah, let's dive into, let me just do a quick comparison. So I've got like, this is like a test tool I use just for messing around for apps and stuff like that. So if I go into this theme and just do a quick search for schema. So this is the product page schema. You can see here. You'd off the bat, if you didn't know what you were looking for, you'd think this is good enough, or this is going to do a job. And then you see on the left hand side here, we've got schema for the blog pages, aka article pages. General header schema, which is usually good enough, so I won't worry about that. And yeah, that's pretty much it, to be fair. So there's first of all two other pages key missing, which is the product page, sorry, not the product page, the collection page, and also the FAQ page. The FAQ one I think is really crucial because, especially with AI engines and also just normal search engines, when you've got a general question about a product or just anything, and you get those little accordions that drop down on the Google search engine. This is what's powered by it. So Google and other AI and search engines will scour the internet for this schema here. And this is what they use to identify what's on the page. So I always think the FAQ page is quite important. And obviously the collection page is important, but some themes like this default Horizon or Dawn theme don't have collection schema in it, which I think is a big miss, especially for some clients who have loads of collections. So they're missing out on Google like scouring that. And yeah, so they're the main ones. You do have stuff like breadcrumb schema and stuff like that, which can do another video in that if you want to. Just again, leave a comment below. But yeah, I'm just going to quickly go through. So this is the product schema. So at type obviously is the type of schema, just to tell Google or any other search engine or AI engine what it's about, or like what type of schema it is, sorry. Obviously the name is the product title, URL is obviously the product URL. Again, I'm going to skim through most of these. Image is obviously the main image. Description, again we can skew. Brand, again, this is all quite important when it comes to when someone's actually Googling for certain specific stuff. So like they might be searching for a brand and they might be including a bit of the title in it. And that's how Google's going to determine like kind of what results to pop up for the user. And then again, offers is interesting because offers is actually the variance. What we would class as variance in Shopify. So you want to for loop the variant in there, and then you want to identify the SKU for the variant, the price, availability, etc. But you can see that's quite minimal, I think. So if we go into a client of mine's, so again, you can see the basically this top bit is all quite similar to the default Dawn theme. Again, quite similar. We've done some like edits to this just to make sure it fits within the schema's kind of rules and limit set. So if you go to schema.org, you can find out all the different kind of rules and limits that they set for each one. So product, so you can find everything here. And also, if you've got Google Search Console for your website, Google Search Console will feedback what's wrong and what errors we've got. So, like for example, description, we've stripped it down to 5,000 just to keep it within Google's limits. We've actually got ID here, so we use a URL, append the hashtag product. So we're just optimizing from this schema here. Where it really gets interesting is actually the variant part. So this is all quite similar until we kind of get into this bit here where we've added a load in. So we've got item condition, so we're specifying its new condition. Price is valid till a very long time. It's just something that Google Search Console requires. This is kind of all custom stuff, but basically you just want to make sure you're specifying the correct price for the variant and the currency, which is quite crucial if you're selling different countries. URL, and then all this stuff. So we have been able to hard code this because this particular client has fixed shipping rates, and it doesn't really vary depending on like what product you get. Is all kind of the same. So we've got first of all, we've got this bit that has merchant return policy, so we've just specified our return policy, and then the shipping details. We're basically just defining our shipping details to Google. So delivery time, transit time, and the shipping cost, and the currency for that. So again, it's all kind of fixed for this client, so we'll be able to hard code it. But again, you could make it dynamic with Shopify Liquid. So a lot of people are missing that, all this bit really, on their variant details, which is quite crucial. And then this is all pretty normal. So yeah, so just make sure that's all filled out really. Use schema.org as your reference and use Google Search Console for feedback so you can optimize that. And then collections page is one that I never really see in the default themes. So context, ignore that, but type is collection page, and then you've got the title, description, URL, and then here main entity item list, the type's item list, and then in the item list element you want to for loop the collections, the products in that collection. So again, you could probably just copy and paste all this code that we've got here into your own theme, and it should really translate. Again, Google Search Console will feedback to you if anything's wrong and it needs editing or fixing. So yeah. And then another one is the FAQ page. So you might have FAQ page, and like this is what we've got for one example, which is basically we use section blocks within Shopify to loop in the question, which is the title, and then the answer, which is the text for that block here. But really we want to be able to loop that into this schema as well. So again, we've got for context type, we've got FAQ page, and then we're looping through the blocks. So for block, and then block.settings title, which is the question name, and then the answer for that, which is @type answer text block.settings text. So again, we're pulling through all that in the correct schema, which obviously you can find at schema.org. Yeah. So just quick 10-minute run through of kind of what you need to be looking for. If you don't really know what you're doing, I would suggest hiring a Shopify expert to help you. But this is crucial, especially in the era we're going through now with AI optimization. It was already crucial anyway with search engine optimization, but you just got to double down on this, I think. So, yeah, hopefully that is a bit of an eye opener, and that has helped. Peace out. Cheers, guys.